What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm back with another base game only build. So this is not a Lovestruck build. I know I'll be sharing more Lovestruck builds, of course, but I also have this base game build still sitting, waiting to be uploaded, and I just never got around to actually uploading this one and doing a voiceover for it. Before we get too far into the video, I just wanted to quickly mention that you can use my EA creator code Simmary when you purchase any The Sims 4 packs on the EA app or website. So if you're thinking of getting the newest expansion pack, Lovestruck, or any of the other Sims 4 packs, you can fill in my creator code SimmerySims at checkout under promo code. This helps support me as a creator. Note that this is not a discount code, it is simply a free way for you to support me as a creator. Thanks to EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. So I'm finally sitting down to do this now. I actually built this a few weeks ago, but then I got distracted with other builds and then Lovestruck came out and that was a whole thing, but I'm sharing it today. And this is for my base game save file that I am currently working on. It is going pretty slow, but it's going. It will be finished someday, so that's good, but not yet. And this is one of the builds that I did for a pre-made family that was actually created by one of my friends, and I was able to use this base game family from her, and it's just really cute. She is really good at creating Sims. She is just really talented overall, but also when it comes to casts in general. And she created this really cute family that I am building a base game home for. It is a one-story home, but it is in the same neighborhood as the BFFs, where I built them new homes and I gave them makeovers as well. I shared that earlier, I think a few weeks ago, or like maybe even a month ago at this point, I'm not exactly sure, but I will list the playlist that I have for the base game only, or the base game save file, I should say, builds. I will link that down below so you can look at them. I also created a home for Bob Pancakes, Bob and his, in my save file, teenage son Iggy. He divorced Eliza, and I uploaded that build a few weeks ago as well. So this is that same neighborhood. I just like to focus on the same neighborhood for a little bit and just kind of fill that up and create or put families in and just build them little homes so that we have set storylines, and then I'll move on to a different world or a different neighborhood. We'll see, but I'm slowly but surely trying to fill up this save file, and it's going really well. And so yeah, this family is created by one of my friends, and it consists of 5 Sims. You can kind of see, well, you probably can't, but they're currently standing at the front of the house. And they're really cute. It's 5 girls, and they have a really fun storyline. So first of all, we have Autumn. I am trying to remember their names, but I think I only remember Autumn. And Autumn is a young adult. She is a single mom, and she has 3 daughters. She has a child, an infant, and a toddler. So she has 3 girls, and that is a lot to handle. And she is a single mom. And to kind of help her out, her sister, her older sister, actually moved into the house as well. So we have a single mom and her 3 daughters, and then the kid's aunt, the mom's sister, all living in this house together. And I thought that was such a fun family dynamic. It isn't something I have ever thought of myself before, I don't think. And I just think it's such a fun and creative little household, and they have such a cute storyline. So all 5 of them live together in this house. It is not a very big house, and the bedrooms, especially for the kids, are pretty small. So I thought that was realistic since the mom is a single mom. She has a pretty decent job and everything, but still I feel like they wouldn't be able to afford a very large, luxurious house. So they just squeezed all of them together in here in this little bungalow in Willow Creek. And the mom is actually a tech guru. She is in the tech career, actually the same career as Travis. Travis, the guy from the BFF's household living next door, who is single, and they're in the same career. They have the same interests. So you can kind of see where I'm going with that. They're neighbors, and I actually did do a little bit of like storyline setup through gameplay where I have a little bit of flirtation going between Travis and Autumn. I thought that would be so cute. So if you are interested in playing with these Sims in the save file, Then there's a little bit of a backstory there where Autumn and her neighbor Travis are co-workers, and they also are kind of attracted to each other. So they have a little bit of romance going on. Nothing serious, and I don't think they have talked about it. I don't think they're aware of it. Well, for themselves, but not from the other person's perspective. So, but I feel like that would be a cute thing to play out. Maybe they can start dating, and then maybe at some point, if everything goes well, then maybe Travis can move in here, and then the sister can move out if she wants to, and start maybe a family of her own or anything like that. The sister doesn't really have any romantic relationship or anything, but you know, maybe she can have some romance with the other neighbor, Bob Pancakes. You know, that's obviously also a possibility. I didn't really set anything up for her. I could do that, but honestly, I don't really want to set everything up. I think it's kind of fun if stuff just happens through neighborhood stories or through your own gameplay. You know, I think that's kind of fun as well. But yeah, the sim Autumn and the next door neighbor Travis being in the same career, having the same set of interests, was just too good to be true. And that's not something I set up. My friend Katie, who made these sims, she actually set up the the aspirations and everything for these sims, not the careers, but the aspirations and stuff. So I kind of went with that and like gave them jobs that would kind of go with their aspirations. So yeah, that opportunity was just too good to be true. So I had to kind of go in and use that and set up a little bit of romance, just a slightest bit of flirtation between Travis and Autumn. I thought that was really cute. And then the sister, she is an adult or also a young adult. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they're twins. I was saying older sister earlier, but I'm not even sure if that's true. That's just kind of their dynamic in my brain. But I'm not even sure if that is true. So we can go and check that in live mode. I think they're just two young adults, but I could be wrong. So we'll have to check that. The sister, she is a musician. She has the musical genius aspiration, I think is what it's called. And then I put her in the musical career. So she is I think at the moment she's level 5 music. So I think that means she is a jingle jammer or something like that. And then Autumn is also, I leveled them up a little bit in their careers because salary wise, like income wise, it had to kind of make sense that they can afford a house like this. Like it's not by any means big or luxurious, but it's also not super small. You know, it's definitely a pretty size, like it's not huge. It's still kind of small, especially for 5 sims, but it is a pretty decent size. I want to say there's definitely enough space for everyone. It might be a little cramped, but there's enough space. So for this one, as this is just base game, I still really wanted to clutter it up because it is a family home with 3 children. This house is going to be messy. 2 of them being, or like one of them being an infant, the other one being a toddler and then a child. You know, this house is going to be a little messy. And of course, I was a little restricted when it comes to like clutter and messy items because, you know, I'm using only the base game, so there's only so much you can do. So I really tried to make the most of the debug and live edit stuff as well, so that I had like these little knickknacks to put places. I put a little package on the coffee table, as you can see. I thought it was fun to add a laundry basket behind the couch. I feel like that is just such a realistic thing. There's always some form of laundry going on in a house like this with 2 little children and one slightly bigger child. You know, I feel like there's just always some laundry going on. Even though in the base game, of course, we don't actually have laundry, but we do have a laundry basket, so we can just kind of pretend. So I thought that was pretty realistic. And then, yeah, I kind of just tried to make the most of debug items. I also, as you can see, I made the living room very cozy with some of those throw pillows that I placed in the couch. Those are items that you could, those are like the login reward items. So I don't think everybody has those, which is a little bit annoying, but I think that the game just kind of automatically deletes them if you don't have those cushions, those throw pillows. The sim or the game will just kind of delete them, and then that's fine too. But I do feel like it just definitely adds a little bit of color and playfulness and overall also just coziness to the living room with those throw pillows. I'm so happy we have those in the base game now. I'm kind of mad that they're unlockable like reward items. It's a little bit annoying. I just want everyone to have those throw pillows. You know, they're so cute and we all deserve them. But yeah, I don't think everybody has them, but I think a lot of people do. And then of course here we have the kitchen and the dining. As you can see, this is a very open floor plan. It's not big, but it is a very open floor plan. And I actually really like how this layout came together. The kitchen is by no means big, but it is very cozy. And I was able to put a dining table here kind of in the middle. There's some construction going on. I don't know if you can hear that. I feel like I always mention that and then it's not really ever noticeable for you, but this is pretty loud, so it might be. I think they're working on the street somewhere, like back there, and it tends to get pretty loud. And I didn't close my door, my office door, because it is so hot, and I kind of don't want to close my door because my office is really small and it gets really hot in here really fast, especially with these lamps going and the computer going, you know, it gets a little hot. So I did not really want to close the door. So if you can hear that construction, I'm so sorry, but I don't think it should be too bad. Oh, one thing I actually placed that I was way too excited about is this mop that I put next to the high chair. I really wanted to make sure I placed a high chair in here because, well, again, we have both an infant and a toddler, so I feel like it would make sense in this house, even though they're annoying for gameplay. Like decor-wise, it would still make sense to have it. But as you can see, I kind of put a mop there. It's leaning against the wall or against the archway, and I just thought that that was so realistic. I need to do that more often. I definitely tooled that one into place and it all worked out. But the good thing about tool mod is even if you don't have it and you download a house that uses a tool mod, the stuff still kind of stays in place. So, or I mean, for the most part, I would say activate bb.move objects just to be sure before you place any of those builds in your game. But I feel like for the most part, that works really well until you go and actually pick up the items. Like in build mode, then they'll snap to what is possible in the game, like without tool mod, and then you can't really put it back because you don't have the tool mod. But I mean, I feel like if you just don't touch it, it should be fine. I actually don't know what happens to those mops. It is a live edit object, of course. So it's actually one of the mops that your Sims will use when you tell them to mop up puddles. That's the mop they'll use. So it's not an actual item in the game, but you can access it through the debug menu. So that's how I found it and why I placed it. I'm not exactly sure if they will notice that object in live mode and kind of like clean it up or put it away. I'm not exactly sure. They might, and if they do, then that's too bad. Or maybe I don't think it will go stinky. When you place like plates or bowls or cups or something from the debug menu, those will usually go stinky as they go or as they do in live mode. But I don't think that's the case for a mop. Why would a mop go stinky? So I think that should be fine, but honestly, who knows? I did a little bit of gameplay in this house to playtest everything, but not long enough for stuff like that to actually like happen or for Sims to autonomously clean that stuff up. But yeah, here we have 2 bathrooms in the house. I was really trying my best to include at least 2 bathrooms, 2 full bathrooms in this house because we have 5 Sims. And I feel like 2 full bathrooms is good. Like that's good. If you have 1 full bathroom, then that would be a little bit annoying. I thankfully was able to do 2, and this one is actually pretty spacious. So for this one, I put a shower tub combo so you can give the little ones a bath. And then for the other bathroom on the other side of the house, I think I only did a shower. Just because that would be more realistic, and also it keeps the price down a little bit because those shower tub combos are very expensive. So if you wanted to download this house off the gallery and use it for another household that you have, or maybe if you like don't want to cheat for money or anything, then stuff like that kind of helps. Which is why I also didn't put too much tech in this house. I mean, I did place a pretty expensive TV, and then there's 1 computer, but then that is it. Oh, there's also a stereo. Since the sister is into music, or she is in the music career, I thought it would make sense for her to have like a CD player. So I placed that in her bedroom. But here, of course, we have the children's room. The kids do have to share, not all 3 of them. The infant has their own nursery, but the 2, the middle girl and the oldest girl have to share a bedroom. So we have a child and a toddler sharing a room, which is probably not ideal. I feel like maybe the toddler would wake up the kid all the time or the other way around. But again, that is just kind of realistic gameplay when you have a slightly larger family and squeezed into a slightly smaller home. I feel like that is kind of realistic and kind of fun as well. So yeah, they share a room, and I was definitely going all out with colors here. I find kids' rooms and children's rooms and toddlers rooms to be pretty difficult when it comes to using only the base game. I don't know, there's only so many items that I really like. I was happy with this bunk bed or this lofted bed that I was using. It's not a children's bed, but it does obviously work for kids, and I actually like this one. And then I just put the toddler bed under it. I did give them a nightstand at first, but that I already kind of knew that that was going to block the ladder for the lofted bed, so I had to go and delete that. I always try, and I always know that it will cause issues when it comes to routing, but then I never learn, and I just try to put a nightstand anyway, and then it never works, so I have to go through and delete it. It's so upsetting. I don't understand why there is an entire slot, like an entire tile of free space next to the bed and the ladder, but you can't put a nightstand. I just don't get it. I wish they would kind of fix that because it would be so much more realistic. Now there's just going to be like an awkward space there that you can't, where you can't put anything, and it just looks empty. You know, it's not realistic. So it would be nice if they would change that, but honestly, who knows? So this second bedroom that we are decorating is for the sister that is into music. And again, just when it comes to bedrooms in general, I find base game to be pretty tricky because there's only so many items that I like. We don't have a lot of full-size wardrobes that I like. I think there's only one in the base game that I like, and then I used this more IKEA-looking one that was added a couple of years ago, I think, and I actually do really like that one. So I decided to go for it in here, and I kind of merged two of them together, and then I kind of placed a mirror on the sliding door to kind of, I don't know, make it look more built in or make it look a little different. I don't know. I was trying to be a little creative here with the base game items that I could use. So clearly this is the room for the musical sister. I gave her 2 guitars and a violin. I thought that would make sense. She has a little CD player here. I also put I put debug headphones on her desk. Those are also debug, so I'm not sure if they'll stay there or if the Sims will go and kind of pick them up and put them in their inventory or just clean them up or something. I hope not, because it looks really cute there. So I kind of tried to make that look like a workspace for her to work on her music. I was going to put a laptop because that would make sense, but again, that would definitely make the house more expensive. So you could just add another, like a laptop or computer or something through gameplay and kind of pretend that that is her music studio or whatever. But I just decided to put the items that I did and not an expensive computer or anything. Then this is the other side of the house. You can't really tell, but of course, when we do a little tour of the place in live mode, or in real time, I should say, I will give you a better overview of the layout and what exactly the house looks like. But this is the other side of the house where we have the other 2 bedrooms, the mom's bedroom and the nursery. And they have this small bathroom in the middle that just has a shower and no tub, like I said, because I thought that was just a little bit more realistic. And I was definitely struggling with the layout for the mom's room for some reason. I don't know why I was making it so difficult for myself, but I was just kind of struggling with this and trying to make it look good. I was going for more like brighter colors. However, I do think I kind of changed the color of the bedding. I'm not exactly sure if I did. Maybe I didn't. And then here for the wardrobe, I was trying to go for a built-in moment, and I just kind of merged this full-size wardrobe and the smaller dresser together, and I used a little bit of tool mod to make it go together a little bit more seamlessly, and I think it worked out nice. It's by no means perfect, but I feel like it's nice. It looks like a nice built-in moment, and that's exactly what I was going for. And yeah, I was trying to fiddle around with the layout here. I moved everything over a little bit because I wanted to use a chair. Another thing I struggle with in the game, or in the base game, is armchairs. Oh my goodness. I miss my beautiful armchairs when I'm using just the base game. It is such a struggle for me. But I just placed this one, this more mid-century modern, that is a little bit more like mismatched when it comes to the rest of the stuff I have in the space, but I thought that was nice to have it be a little bit more mismatched and more realistic that way. And then here we have the nursery, which I am actually happy about. I used this orange dresser that I turned into a makeshift changing table because we don't have changing tables in the base game. I'm still kind of upset about that. They gave us changing tables with just growing together, but none in the base game. I don't get it. When they first released Infants, they should have just given us like just one base game changing table, that would have made so much more sense. But unfortunately, we didn't get one, and they never really changed that. So I think they just want to keep that exclusive to growing together. But I just did a makeshift one, and that works too. It's not functional, but it looks cute. And then here we have this little crib. I really like this crib. I think it's just so cute, and I love the orange, like the soft orange. For this room, I was definitely going for a lilac and orange kind of color scheme. And then I do have some pops of color just here and there to make it, again, look a little bit more realistic and a little bit more all over the place and a little bit more messy. But overall, I think this nursery is really, really nice. So this kid is actually pretty lucky in the sense that they get their own bedroom. Maybe they'll have to do some shuffling around when the child becomes a teenager. Maybe they get their own bedroom and then the youngest two have to share. Maybe that would make more sense because they are a little bit closer in age is what I like to imagine. So maybe when the girl becomes or the oldest girl becomes a teenager, she deserves to have her own bedroom. You know, I feel like that would make sense. That's going to be a lot of drama in this house. I feel when the girl becomes a teenager, that's going to be a lot for them to handle, and it's just super realistic and fun. Yeah, we have a small backyard here as well that I was trying to make look cute. We have this really cute table with the light pink tablecloth. I thought that was really nice to add in a house for all girls. I know pink is not for girls, but I just thought it was a really cute little thing to add. And we also have a sandbox here. I thought the sandbox was a really cute thing to add. Unfortunately, we don't have the sand from Sulani where your Sims can actually go and build sand castles with it. But I just put some base game sand and I put some toys in the toy box so the children can play because their rooms are so small. There's barely any place or any space for toys in their bedrooms. I put a little play corner in the living room, so there are some toys inside there. But then I thought it would be nice for them to have this large outdoor space where they can just sit down and play. So I gave them this humongous dollhouse and then just some other toys. They also have the monkey jungle bars. Well, that is more so for the kid, of course, to use. And the other ones when they get a little older. So I thought that was nice. And then I just put some more activities like some planter boxes and also an easel for some painting and stuff. And for the rest, I was just trying to make it look cute with landscaping. I also put a grill. I know the grill is annoying because all Sims ever want to do is grill. So that's what they probably will be doing when we head into the game and I give you a tour of the place, but you know, we will see. For the rest, I just added some landscaping and just the final little knickknacks, a little bit of terrain paint as well, and then that's going to be it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the base game family home in the game. This time of day, like 4 p.m. is actually really pretty in here. Out front here we have, I guess you could call it a driveway, which we don't have any cars or bicycles, of course, but I just put a picnic table. We have an outdoor bin, a mailbox, of course, and then the tiniest front porch here. And then around the back here is where we have the backyard. Oh, what did I tell you? We have Autumn grilling in here. Of course we do. She is also hungry, so I guess it makes sense. You can grill, that's fine. So in the back here we have the sand pit. Oh, we have the little one playing, Maggie. She was playing. She is done now, I think. In the back here we have some planters, of course, and then the monkey jungle bars. I always call them monkey jungle bars. I don't even think that's the proper term. And some loungers. And then when we go inside here, you can get a little bit of an overview of the floor plan. So we basically just have the open living room, dining, kitchen in the middle, and then on both sides of the house, we have a set of bedrooms and a bathroom as well. So first of all, there's this tiny entryway. It's nothing special, but I thought that was nice. And then over here, we have the living room. So this is the oldest girl. She's just sitting down. Her name is Molly, and she is watching some TV. I tried to make this living room a little bit more messy, as you can see, but not going overboard with it. Then over here, we just have some space. There's a bookcase here. I did add a fish bowl, so you can add a little fish in, so they can have a pet. And then over here, we have the infant. She is hanging out here, apparently. Look how cute she is. Her name is Tess. And there is a small play area here with just a couple of toys. And then over here is the kitchen and dining room. I only have 4 chairs, but then we do have the high chair as well. So if you wanted to, you could pick that up maybe and place it by the table, but I thought that looked a little bit too crowded. So I just put the high chair off to the side. I put some clutter on the dining table, some crayons and stuff. And then we just have a little bit of clutter in the kitchen. Again, not too much because I still wanted it to be functional, of course. Over on this side, we have a small hallway and there is a desk in here with a computer. So this is the other sister, Zoe. She is also a young adult, actually. So I think these two are twins. Over here on this side is Zoe's, the sister's bedroom. So this is for the music lover. It's a very simple bedroom, but she does have her own area here where she can listen to music or play guitar. And on the other side here is the kids and toddlers room, which is very colorful, but really fun. I did make sure to place a creativity table so the kid can do some drawing and stuff. And over here off of the hallway is where we have the full bathroom. Well, we have two full bathrooms, but you know, this is one of them. I made sure to put a potty in here as well for the toddler. Then over on this side, we have another small hallway leading you into the other two bedrooms. So first of all is the bathroom here. It is definitely smaller than the other one. And then over here is the mom's room. I really like this soft pink wallpaper and then the blue or teal-ish rug. I feel like that is a really nice color combination. She just has this built-in wardrobe moment over here with some hanging clothes as well, but for the rest it's fairly simple. And then over here is the nursery, which is lilac and orange, which is one of my all-time favorite color combinations. So yeah, it kind of speaks for itself. We just have a crib, some books, some toys, and then this makeshift changing table over here as well. But that is it for this house. So this base game family home is up on the gallery. It comes in at just under 84,000 simoleons, so it is by no means cheap. It is way more expensive than I thought it was going to be, but base game items are overall just more expensive, so I guess that's just what it is. I built it on a 30 by 20 in the world of Willow Creek, so if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes, and obviously it uses only base game. But that's going to do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery, like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you would like to get notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/SimmerySims. And just a quick reminder that I do have my EA creator code that you can use when you purchase any The Sims 4 packs, which is Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!